Hi everyone, welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name is Luca, Lucas Get Style. If you don't know me, I'm an Instagram fashion guy, I'm a professional photographer, I'm an off-roader, I do a lot of fun stuff. You can follow me on my Instagram, Lucas Get Style, where you can find a lot of fashion tips, fashion inspiration, outfit of the day, some fun Insta stories. I'm Italian, I live in Dubai since 5 years. I'm Esquire's best dressed in the Middle East for 2019. And I decided to open this YouTube channel to give you a view from inside of what happens behind the shootings, how you prepare a shooting, how you prepare for a travel, posing tips, editing tips, Instagram tips. I will give you a lot of tips. Maybe I will cut this. In a few days I will travel, I will go to Georgia, beautiful, beautiful country. I will go, and my main sponsor for this travel is Klein Watches. Klein Watches is a Dutch brand that does very, very, very cool watches like the one that I'm wearing now, that you can see. So the main purpose of this trip is to shoot their watches, to create Insta stories, to create content for Instagram. You can find a link in the description with these beautiful watches. You can buy them with a 15% discount with my discount code. But the reason why I'm doing this video today is to show you the 7 must-have photography tools for a travel and the 7 good to have. So let's get started. Let's not waste much time. I don't want to do like those YouTubers that talk for 15 minutes and then they say, and this is the topic. Let's start. Tool number 1, a mirrorless camera. My mirrorless camera is this small body here, is the Canon M50. I love it, it's lightweight, it has a flipping screen. It comes with a 15 to 45 millimeter lens. Consider that it's an APS-C sensor, so multiply by 1.6. The battery life is decent. The quality of the picture is amazing, especially for Instagram. You will not notice a difference between this and a bigger and heavier setup. Of course, with this I will bring also 3 or 4 spare batteries because we can never know. And I will also bring a small 50mm 1.8 Canon lens, Viltrox adapter. So I can put the EF lens here and it goes to the mirrorless camera on the other side. It becomes more or less the equivalent of an 85 on full frame, so it's a great portrait lens. It's very lightweight, so I will not bring a 1.4, 1.2 that are very heavy. I will bring this. It's a piece of plastic, the quality is amazing, so I don't care. Why the choice of a mirrorless instead of something bigger like this 5D Mark III? Especially being a professional photographer, and especially because I will go there to shoot content for a brand. Simply because this is very painful to carry with you during a travel. We will travel in many locations, many places, different cities. And for my experience, when you travel with a DSLR, then you tend to bring also lenses, accessories, flashes, you bring filters, you start bringing a lot of stuff and everything will stay in your backpack. You will never use it. And every time that you will have to take a picture, it will be painful to take everything out, change the lens, carry around the weight. My photography bag probably weighs, I don't know, 18 kilos, something like this. I went to Georgia 3 years ago, with the 5D Mark III, with a lot of lenses and everything, with this big bag. You know how many pictures I posted on Instagram and Facebook from that trip? 0. For 2 main reasons. One, sometimes because things were happening fast and I didn't have the time to take the camera, set and shoot. But with a mirrorless camera, you just have it in your pocket, in your jacket, or you have it with you in your hands. It doesn't weigh anything. So you take and you shoot and you have the picture. And second, because I was with my wife, then we divorced. So bonus tip, don't travel with your wife. Otherwise, when you divorce, you are screwed. You must delete the pictures. Since I want also to have nice videos from this trip, it's important the audio quality. A bad audio is much worse than a bad quality of video. What is my choice for the microphone? This very small Boya BY-MM1 is lightweight. It doesn't need a battery to operate. It has a fairly decent shock mount and it comes with the dead cat for the wind. So this is the whole setup. When you mount it on the camera, it weighs nothing, probably, I don't know, 30 grams, 50 grams, I don't know. Look on the website and then correct me. You just screw it on the hot shoe, you plug it and you're ready to go. And this is your video setup. The choice was between this and the Rode video mic. I took this one that cost a little bit less. The quality is amazing. Photography tool must have number 3 is the gimbal. I hate shaky footage. Sometimes you see a lot of YouTubers that they say, no, you don't need a gimbal, you can shoot very beautiful handheld B-rolls and stuff. No, please. The video always ends up shaking. Then you use the warp stabilizer, so the video you will see like it's rippling. It's very bad. My choice of gimbal is not the best choice. I was not a big expert, so I bought this Feiyutech Crane M. It's good only for a mirrorless or for a GoPro or for a phone. It's a little bit big, a little bit heavy, but it does the job. And the only pain is that you must assemble it every time if you want to put it in his padded bag. Every time you must assemble it and put the batteries. But what I will do, I will simply bring this as it is and put it inside a camera bag. I made a small modification on the gimbal. Every time I had to put the camera on was a little bit of a long process, so I replaced this, that is the screw that holds the camera. I removed it and I took this that stays all the time on the gimbal. And the gimbal, I leave it like this in the bag, already balanced, so when I want to use it, I simply take it out. I take my camera, I take the gimbal, and voila! I have the gimbal already balanced with the camera on top. I simply turn it on. And we are ready to record. Tool number 4 is a Gorilla Pod. I had this one from Joby, is an entry-level one. You can bend, fold, and do everything you want with the legs. It's very lightweight. You can put it on a table. You can put your camera on top, and it's good also in case you want to vlog. You want to have the camera on this and do the hi, what's up, guys? You want to do this type of videos while you walk around. It helps to keep a little bit of distance between you and the camera, and it's amazing. It costs nothing. It's very lightweight. It doesn't take space on the bag. You can always carry it with you. Must-have photography tool number 5 is the GoPro. I have the GoPro Hero 6. I didn't upgrade to 7. I don't need it. GoPro is amazing for a lot of reasons, especially when you are so lucky that you manage to buy that one model that doesn't freeze every 2 minutes and you don't have to remove the battery and lose your files every time. Thank you, GoPro. It's good because you can do a lot of things that you cannot do with your camera, especially everything that is related to adventure, underwater, point of view shoot. You can put it in many hidden places. It has a very nice wide angle, so if you want to bring just a kit lens and have the GoPro for the wide angle lens, as long as you balance more or less the colors, you can sell the effect. It's also good for time lapses. It's also good just to have a backup in case you want to shoot something from 2 different angles. It's slightly stabilized, so it's okay. It's not rock steady like the DJI, but still you can create some nice videos, and you can go to up to 240 frames per second in Full HD, so you can create those buttery smooth B-rolls, slow motions, and the girl walking from the back, and you see the waterfalls in case you go to a place with waterfalls. Otherwise, you don't see the waterfalls. And you must have a girl to do this. Must-have tool number 5 is a good cell phone. Never underestimate this. You have all the time with you in your pocket a 4K camera, 40 megapixel camera. You can do slow motions, you can do a lot of stuff. Sometimes you just don't have the chance to take your camera out. You just shoot with this and you're good to go. It saved me in many situations. When you post, especially on social media, there's really not much difference between this and a camera. My phone here is the Huawei P20 Pro. I know there are many other models, so I'm not here to do the war between Apple and Android. I don't care. But always have a cell phone with a good camera. Camera quality is for me like the most important thing in a phone. Sometimes things are happening quick and you need something that is always in your pocket. Must-have tool number 7 is a good laptop and external memories. It's important to always back up at the end of the day everything that you shot, because you can never know. You may lose a camera, a card may fail. If it's a GoPro, it can corrupt your SD card. And it's important to do it on a fast medium. So if you do it on a SSD, like I always do, you can also edit directly from the SSD, so you will not clog your main hard drive, and it's important for the performance. I use a MacBook Pro 2018 top of the specs, but any good laptop will do the job, so don't go crazy on these expenses. But it's important to have a fast hard drive, so you can edit, you can store quickly, and you don't have to suffer every time that you must do a backup. And now we're talking about the 7 photography tools that are good to have in a travel. They are not mandatory, but if you have some space in your luggage, I suggest you to carry them with you. My neighbor's kids are, I think, possessed by Satan. Good to have tool number 1, a drone. A drone is an amazing way to show the place where you are, to reveal the beautiful locations, to have a different point of view, to tell a story in a different way. It's amazing. It's one of the best purchases that I ever made. My choice went on the Spark, DJI Spark. Why? First of all, budget. It costs nothing. Second, quality is good enough for social media content, for YouTube. Now probably I will switch to a Mavic Air, but I'm still happy with the Spark. And as you can see, this Spark has a history. You can see this arm was broken and it was repaired by a friend of mine. I had a drone accident in Oman, and then we replaced, and then we lost the cover of the rotor here, of the rotor, engine, whatever it is. So we replaced it with a piece of a bottle cap. So this drone I've really seen a lot of things. Good to have photography tool number 2 is the lens ball. Okay, I almost never used it. I used it maybe 3 times, but the concept behind this is amazing. It's basically a crystal ball that you put in front of your lens, and it completely distorts everything that is behind the lens, and it helps you to create some beautiful pictures of locations, of landscape. It's amazing. You can see on their website there are some stunning examples. I will take it with me to Georgia, and let's see if sometimes I will be able to take some pictures, because it's always with me. It's always in my bag, always in my car, always with me. I never use it, so this time I really want to use it. Good to have photography tool number 4 is a 360 camera. In this case I have a Ricoh Theta S. It's an old model. It's, I think, from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like this, but it's amazing. I like it. It allows you to create pictures that are basically a sphere of everything that is around you, and then you can create those like little planets pictures, or you can create the pictures that you can simply scroll and navigate. It's amazing. I don't use it for videos. That's why I didn't buy the newest models with the 5.7K camera. This one is okay. It's perfect for pictures for social media. I'm not an avid user of this, so for what I do from time to time, this tool is amazing. You can create perspectives that are extremely funny. You can put it in tight places. Can I say this? And you can create some pictures that are very funny to look at. Travel photography tool good to have number 4 is a Timelapse Timer. It's basically like those kitchen timers for the eggs. It completely spins in 2 hours. The egg is ready. And why it's amazing? It's amazing because on top of this you can mount a tripod head, or you can put it on a small tabletop tripod like this one. You can put a camera on top of this, or you can put a GoPro, and you can create a time lapse that spins. When it's sunset, you can create like a day to night time lapse with also some motion. It's very cheap because it's basically an egg timer. So you don't have options on this. It's just one full spin, 120 minutes, no choice. But I used it sometime and it's very fun. Photography good to have tool number 5. Power banks. You can never know for how long you will travel and be out of your hotel. Maybe it's a long hike. It's always good to have one or two of these. I usually use this one, the small one, when I do time lapses with a GoPro, because it can power a GoPro for many hours. And I use this one that is like 20,000 milliampere. It's not true, it's just a Chinese claim, but I don't believe it. But it's very powerful, and it can charge the phone like a lot of times. It can charge up to 3 devices, and it's very handy. It can last 1 weekend charging your devices with no problems. Romos, never heard. Nice to have. Number 6 is a small LED light. Sometimes you have some shoot that you want to do at night. There's not enough light. You don't want to crank the ISO up to 7,800,000. So with this small LED light, the problem is solved. It's very small, but it's also very powerful. This model is from Godox. It's called LED P120C. As you can see, you can adjust the power up, down. You can adjust the temperature of the light, so you can match it with the other sources that you already have. And it's powered with the Sony batteries. Good to have tool number 7 is a reflective panel. These are small panels that are silver on one side and white on the other. Basically what they do, they bounce and reflect the light from the sun or from every source that you have, and they allow you to fill the shadows. They are also very useful when you're shooting against the sun, so you have the sun in your back that creates a beautiful rim light, and with this panel you reflect light back into the subject. It helps the subject to pop a little bit more. They're very cheap and lightweight. You can buy them basically everywhere. Guys, I hope you liked my video. It's the first one that I do like this. I'm new to YouTube. Don't kill me in the comments. If you have suggestions, please send me your suggestion. Tell me what you think about this equipment. If you have better ideas, if you have better solutions for drone, for gimbals, for LED lights, whatever. I'm here to learn too. I will show you soon some behind the scene of my trip to Georgia. I will show you the shootings that I will do there. Just give me a little bit of time to settle and to understand better this YouTube game. I will aim to post at least once per week. Follow me on Instagram, LucasGotStyle. The link is here below. If you come to Dubai, let me know. We can take a video together, some pictures together. Who knows? See you soon. Have fun.